So I think now I will be audible. So you
Yeah,
can
ma'am.
again turn on
You
your
are
video,
audible.
Pranav, Harshit, Jitendra, turn on your video. Yeah, someone is saying something.
Ma'am, I think your voice is coming a bit late.
It is coming bit late. Now it is proper.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, fine. All right. So now we'll be doing one thing. We'll be watching a video wherein we are going to learn about the microscope. How does the microscope looks like, and what are the parts of it, and what are the functions? Because we know what is a microscope, how it look like, right? Have you ever holded the microscope with your hand?
Yes, ma'am.
No. Okay, Sampath, tell me, how do you feel after holding the microscope in your hand?
Ma'am, it has a type of lens and a reflecting surface for reflecting light into the lens. Ma'am, and it has
Okay,
like adjusting for the length of the microscope and the lens.
correct. But my question, Sampath, was how have you felt it after holding it?
Ma'am, ma'am, like, ma'am,
It
I don't
was
know.
light in weight, it was heavy in weight,
Ma'am, heavy, ma'am. Ma'am, it's like
correct?
not so light.
Okay. So when we hold the microscope, actually, so we feel like it is little in heavy in weight. It's not light in weight. Okay. But at the same time, if I give it a magnifying glass, how it will be? It has weight as
Ma'am,
compared to the microscope.
no, ma'am.
No, right? So it will be like the hand magnifying lens. If I give you, you will be just taking in the hand and watching like this, right? So which is like a very normal one. But what happens by using the hand magnifying lens, you will not be able to see the organism clearly. Okay, so that is why what we should do instead of going for the hand magnifying glass, we can use the microscope. But generally in our home, we do not keep it because we do not require at all, right? So when we go to the school, we usually do the experiment and we watch whatever the microorganisms we want to see. We will be watching under the microscope. So I'll start sharing the screen. First of all, I'll just tell you a few parts of it. Okay. So this is what in the picture now. What is there in the picture?
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
microscope.
Fine. It is a microscope. It is a compound microscope basically. So what it is a compound microscope. This microscope is basically used to see the tiny microorganism, or I can say for seeing the microorganism, or to see the different types of the microorganisms, we will be using this microscope. This microscope is very, very important to study about it, like study about the microorganism. We all have, come from a difficult phase of COVID, right? COVID-19. So what was COVID-19 actually? It was a bacteria, it was a virus.
Ma'am, virus.
Virus.
Virus, right? So how the scientists they came to know about it? Through the microscope only. So they had the detailed study of it through the electron microscope, through the compound microscope. So different microscope they studied about that virus, and then only they came up with the vaccination of it, right? So that is how this microscope plays a very, very important role if we want to study about a certain microorganism. Now here we have, you can see in the picture, we have the different parts. The down one you can see here is the base. So this part, the down part is the base. So what happens on this base only, the whole body will be there. Like we humans, what do we have? We have the legs, right? So the legs are the base for us. And on those foot, what happens? We are able to stand it. Same way, because of this base, the whole microscope is able to stand. Then the next one is the illuminator. Illuminator is basically the light. So the light which reflects from the mirror. So that is what the illuminator. Then stage. What is a stage? Stage is a place where the slides will be kept. You might have seen the slides, right? The slides of the different microorganisms. So those slides will be kept where? On the stage. So here they will be keeping the slides. And then the next one are the stage clips. So what happens is like, now suppose for example, this is the stage. Okay, this whole area is called as the stage. Now, on this stage, what happens? There are two clips available like this. So, like this, two clips are there. These are called as the clips. So, and when we keep those slides here without using the clips, then what happens? These slides can move, right? Sometimes maybe I am touching the microscope because of me, it starts moving. It's like change the position. Sometime maybe Sampath has touched it, so it will change the place, right? Sometime Yukta have touched it, so it will change the place. So to hold that thing at a particular place, what is there? The clips are there. Usually we girls have, right? So like, see, if I talk about myself, I have the clip here, right? So why I do use this clip? Why I have to use a clip here for my hairs?
Ma'am, to not move it.
Correct. So that my hairs should not move here and there. Same way for the microscope also, on the stage when we keep the slide, the clips are there so as to hold that slide at a proper place. So at the proper place, with the help of the clip, it will be fixed. Now, whosoever come, if Jitendra is coming and watching that, or Yukta is coming, Pranav is coming, Harshit is coming, Akshara is coming, nothing is going to happen for it. Fine. So it will be at that particular place only. So that is what the clips are being used for it. Clear? Am I clear to you all? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now moving to the next one. Mm. Now before moving to the next one, I'll go to the video. Is the video audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Besto, built on trust. View larger than life. A practical introduction with projects and activities. Microscopes, parts and their uses. A. The eyepiece, ocular, is the part of the microscope closest to your eyes, through which you look. It contains the ocular lens, which makes the image produced by the objective's lenses larger. An eyepiece may be labeled with its magnification or power, for example, 5x or 10x, meaning it enlarges 5 times or 10 times.
Now, the first part is the eyepiece, which is also called as the ocular. You can see the different image, right? The top one is little, it has a little less magnification. But whereas in the 10 one, what happens? The picture is more clear. So in the mobile phone also we have the same thing, right? The zooming capacity we have. Same way in the microscope we don't have the zoom option, but we have the magnifying option. So if we want to see that organism in a better clear way, what we will be doing? We will be magnifying. We will be using the magnifying object to see it, magnifying lens to see it.
D. The body tube holds the eyepiece in position over the revolving nosepiece and the objectives.
So second part is the body tube. So this center part is called as a body tube. What it will be doing? It will be helping the eyes to look into the object. So from the top, from the eyepiece, what we will be doing, we will be looking into the body tube, and through the body tube directly, we will be able to see the object. So whatever object is kept on the stage, that will be able to see with the help of the body tube.
The body tube may be straight up and down or slanted. C. The arm is the curved metal piece that
So this is the arm. So as Sampath has hold it, right? So when Sampath hold this part, that part is called as the arm. So arm is a part which will be helping us to hold the microscope.
holds the body tube in place over the stage and the base. D. The revolving nosepiece holds
So the D1, the D part, you can see in the picture, the black color, the round part is called as the revolving nose piece. So what happened with the help of this revolving nose piece, we can change the magnification of the lens. So for example, if I want to see it, with a little clear way, so what I'll be doing instead of going to the small power of it or small lens for it, I'll be changing it to the higher one. But is it okay to change the power of magnification? Is there any effect on our eyes if we change the magnifying power?
Ma'am, there is no effect if you change the magnifying lens.
There is no
There is no effect
no
if you
effect.
change it.
Okay. Okay. So there is no effect you are saying. Okay. Is there any other answer? Jitendra, Yukta, Harshit, Pranav, Sampath?
Ma'am, more light may enter the eye.
More light will enter into the eyes.
Ma'am, if you magnify image.
Okay. Okay. Any other answer? So I'll tell you. What happens is, if something we have, like if anything, whatever we are watching under the microscope, if directly instead of going to the 10x, directly we are going to the 45 or 90x, the rays of that light will affect our eyes. That is why what we should do is, rather than going directly to the high magnification power, we should always start from the less magnifying power. And the least magnifying power we have in the microscope is a 10. Okay. So 10 we should use first of all. Now, for example, 10 from the 10 I have seen the organism. Okay. Now, after seeing from the 10, I can go to the next one. Okay, which can be 30 also. So I will be turning and changing into 30 now 30 magnifying power. Fine. Then I was not satisfied. I just wanted to be more clear. The picture, the organism should be more clear. What I'll be doing now? I'll be shifting that again to the 45x. Fine. Now, if this method I'm following, like from 10 to 30, 30 to 45, then it is okay. Then no harms for the eye will be there. But if I am going to the 45x, then what happens? The radiations will go directly into our eyes without adjustment with it. Okay, so it may harm our eyes slowly and gradually. All right, understood?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, even if you magnify so much, is there any effect on the quality of the image, ma'am?
No, it depends upon your lens actually, what type of lens you are doing. If you are using good type of lens, then no effect will be there. You will be able to see better clarifying pictures and all. But yes, if the lens are not good, then definitely it will get blur.
Okay,
Like in the Zoom also we have, in the mobile also, right? So there will be some pixels. If beyond those pixels, if we try to move it, then it will get blurred.
The objectives and allows you to change objectives while looking at a slide or sample. E. The objectives are the parts at the bottom of the body tube closest to the sample you are examining. Each objective has a lens and a tube-like holder, the mount. The longer
So these are the objective lens. With the help of this, what happens? We will be able to zoom the picture in or out.
mounts hold the stronger lenses, the high-power lenses, the
So you
shorter
can see the
mounts
difference
hold the
also.
weak
See, these are the power lenses. So you can see the back one, the behind one is a little smaller in size, and the front one is a little larger in size. And the front one is called as a high power lens because the magnification power is 45x. And the behind one is a low power lens because the magnification is just 10x. So that is the difference between high power and the low power. Low power will have the less magnification, and whereas the high power will have the more magnification power.
lenses, the low-power lenses. Like the eyepieces, objectives also come in various powers. Microscope has several objectives, for example, 4x or 5x, 40x or 45x, and
So
100x.
different
Some
lenses are there. It's not only like, it depends upon school to school, somewhere 5, somewhere 4, somewhere 30, 15, 45. These are the different magnification power of it.
microscopes only have one or two objectives. F. The stage is the flat surface on which you put your slides or samples. G. The stage
So this
clip
I was talking about the stage clip. So see, with the help of the stage clip, what they have done, they have kept the slide on a particular place.
holds the slide in plate on the stage. Edge. Beneath the stage, in all the besto microscope, have a condenser having standard diameter of 39.5 mm, which collects and concentrates the light before it passes through the sample.
So with the help of this condenser, actually this condenser you will not be finding in each and every microscope. Only the good quality microscope will have that. So what happens, whatever the light enters through the mirror, they will be clarifying it that whether it is appropriate or not according to the object, and then they will be sending it to the object for the visibility.
I. The iris diaphragm is used to control the diameter of the cone angle of the light transmitted onto the specimen. J. The coarse adjustment knob is the large knob used to adjust the position of the body tube.
So what happens, like two round structure you will be able to see on the microscope. One is bigger in size, the down one is smaller in the size. The bigger size one is known as coarse adjustment knob. Now when we start rotating this knob, what happens? The body tube will be moving up and down. And when it moves up and down, what we can do? We can see the object according to our will. If I want to see it in a very close way, I will be moving it back. If I want to sit in the closed way, then I'll be moving it front. So like this, according to the need, I will be moving this course adjustment clockwise and anti-clockwise. So if clockwise, then it goes down. If anti-clockwise, it will come up. So both the ways you can use and you can see the object from a little close also, from the little far also.
Allowing you to quickly bring your sample slide into view. K. The fine adjustment knob is the small knob used to change the position of the body tube by making small adjustments to the focus of your sample.
So with this fine adjustment knob, what happened? They will be adjusting the body tube according to the object for the better visibility. So when we move this fine adjustment knob, we will be moving it very, with a very smaller pace. Because if we move it fast, then object might not be visible to us. A very small move we have to do it so that whatever the object is there on the stage, it will become clear to us.
Almost all of our besto microscopes have both coarse and fine adjustment knobs, but some have only one knob. L. The mirror, located beneath the stage diaphragm, increases the amount of light.
So can I see the any kind of the microorganism or any kind of the object in the room? I have a dark room. Can I see the microorganism in the dark room?
No, ma'am.
No, right? We cannot see that actually. What do we need? We need the light. Correct? So until unless the light is not there, we will not be able to see the object, whatever we are keeping. Right? So light is very important. But yes, definitely, if we are using the light microscope, like we have the other variety also of microscope, which is called as the light microscope. So for that, we need a connection of the light. So which is like enough for it. Okay, understood? So for the compound microscope, definitely a light should be there. The sunlight should be there. But for the light microscope, we do not need the sunlight. Am I clear?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Pranav, Jitendra, Akshara,
Yes,
Yukta?
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Shining through your sample or slide. Sometimes we use lamp plugged into an electrical outlet instead of mirror or reflector. M. The base of the microscope is the heavy bottom part. It supports all the other parts of the microscope. N. Substage adjustment knob is used to move condenser up and down.
So with the substage, what happened? The condenser will be moving. And when the condenser starts moving little forward or backward, in that case, the light can be adjusted to the object.
bringing it into focus. You're probably
So now
anxious
how
to
we
get
can focus, and then how we can see the any kind of slide using the microscope.
started using your microscope. Before you use your microscope, you need to know how to set it up properly. This video contains instruction for you to follow. You should come back to here each time to use your microscope until you know the instructions by heart as well as the microscope. Step 1. Remove the besto microscope from its box or cover. Always pick up your microscope correctly. Grasp it firmly with two hands.
So this is
One
the
hand
correct position of holding the microscope. Always, whenever we hold the microscope, we have to make sure that one of the hand should be there on the base and the second hand should be on the what arm.
under the base and another on the arm. Place the microscope on a table, away from the edge. Move it to a position in which you can look comfortably through the eyepiece. You may want to sit on a chair or stool. Step 2. Make sure low
So
part
as I told you, like with the help of the adjustment, what we will be doing, the body tube will be moving up and down. So you can see this. What they are doing, they are moving the body tube up and down.
objective is in place over the hole in the stage. Use the coarse adjustment knob to raise the objective so that its lowest bend is about 1 inch, 2.5 cm above the stage. In all besto microscopes, aperture control is by iris diaphragm. At this stage, open it fully. Step 3. Put the slide on the stage so that the center, the bit you want to look as, is over the hole, and
So always what we should do, we should always keep the slide in the center so that whatever the object is there or whatever the microorganism is there should be visible to us clearly through the eyepiece.
under the lens. Use the stage clips to hold the slide in place. Step 4. Look through the microscope. You should see a circle of
So this is what is the eyepiece actually. Through the eyepiece now what we will be doing, we will be looking into the object.
light against a black background. Twist the plano concave mirror around to make the circle as bright and even as possible. If you cannot see a circle of light, your objective lens is probably
This kind of light should be visible. So if this light is available, it means the proper light is there to see the object. But if it comes in the blackened color, it means no light is available. So we have to move to the place where light is present.
not in line with the ocular tube. Adjust the nose piece until you hear the lens click into place. Step 5. The reflector has one side flat, while the other is concave. It is difficult to say which one is best to use in every case. You will have to experiment to see which gives you a better view.
So now what happens? So when we talk about this mirror, it is like both the direction you can move it. So it depends upon the object or depends upon the microorganism, what type of you are looking into it. Depending on that, you can just move this mirror, maybe forward, backward, according to that, the adjustment should be there. So it is not fixed that only from one side you have to use. You can use from both the sides according to the requirement of it.
The flat side will provide a sharper image in most cases, while the curved side will provide a brighter image. Here's a helpful hint for you. Never use your microscope in direct sunlight, as the reflected light
See, this is again a very important tip. Direct sunlight, we should not use it because they can damage your eyes. Same way, if the focus is also on the highest power, then what happens? The damage to the eyes will be there.
damage your eyes. Step 6. If you are using a lamp of your lighting, put it about 20 cm away from the microscope. Adjust the lamp so that the light points towards the mirror under the stage. Step 7. We have already told you in Step 2 that low power objectives is in place over the hole in the stage. Look through the eyepiece and use the coarse adjustment knob to focus upwards or move away from the sample or slide. This should bring the slide or sample into view. If you go too far, simply begin again at Step 2. Step 8. When the specimen slide comes into focus, it will become sharp and clear. Step 9. To use the high power objectives, turn the revolving nose piece.
So once we have seen it on the low power, then after that we can turn into the high power to see it in a better way.
To bring it into positions over your samples or slide. You should be able to see the sample or slide through the high power objective, so you should only have to adjust the fine adjustment knob. Step 10. Now adjust the aperture control with the help of diaphragm. Close it until circle of light dims and then open it again slightly and stop it where you get maximum resolution of slide.
So according to the need of the object, what we should do, we have to now slowly and gradually turn on the knob forward and backward.
Or sample in view. Step 11. Medical microscope model Besto 10 have a special type of lens called an oil immersion lens 100x. This lens is used by placing a drop of oil, cedarwood oil, on the top of the cover slip.
So that's about the microscope is, like the uses of it, the parts of it, the function of it. So it's very, very important because now whatever you're going to study in the chapters, it will be correlated with the microscope. Like about the cell you will be learning, about the tissues you will be learning, about the different types of diseases you will be learning. So all these are related to what? The microscope. If you want to study about the microorganism or if you want to study about cell, what do you need? You need a microscope, correct? So if I want to study about the my blood cell, what I'll be doing? I will be taking a drop of blood, keeping it on the slide, and then looking into the microscope. So that is why the first and very important thing in bio for the grade 9 is about the microscope. So we should know about the whole structure of microscope, the parts of it, and the functions of each and every parts of it. All right, which is very, very, very important. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
I hope I'm clear to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this coming Sunday, we are going to have the objective test. And in the objective test, I have given you about the microscope. Okay. So all about the microscope, I have given you the parts of it, the functions of it. And your today's homework is also the same. What you will be doing it, you should write the functions of the parts of the microscope. Okay. The name of the part, the name of the parts of the microscope, along with their functions, you will be writing it. So at least 10 parts you should write with their functions. So maybe the arm, base, course adjustment, fine adjustment, mirror, anything like stage clip. So all those things, any 10 parts with their functions you need to write, okay? And you need to send it on my number. I hope you have my number to the WhatsApp, right? Correct? So take my number from there, take today's time, but by tomorrow evening, before attending the next class, it should be there with me. I hope I am clear with the today's class. Yes, Akshara? Okay, Pranav is saying yes. Akshara is saying yes. Jitendra, what about you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yukta? Okay, good. Sampath?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Sampath, which is more interesting? Maths, physics, or bio?
Ma'am, all are same interesting, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Anything else you want to ask from me? Harshit, where are you, Harshit? Yes, Harshit. Where were you?
Ma'am, I was here only. Actually,
But I was not able to see you. Okay, fine. So now you all are grown up, okay? Now you're in the grade 9, and I hope you are aware that how different the grade 8 to 9 is, correct? In the grade 8, you had very, very simple chapters, very simple topics and all, but in the ninth, it is not same. The pattern is also, quite changed now in the grade 9. Do you know what about the competency-based questions and assertion reason question? Do you have any idea about that? What are assertion reason question and what are competency-based questions these are? Right? So those will be there in your, grade 9 on. So we all